It was another week that saw global stocks extending their record rally. It's risk on. Markets appear to have discounted tariff worries for now. Good morning, everyone. This is Bottom Line. My name is Tepo Mwai. Let's talk markets. Friday was a significant day for most global financial markets, marked by a widespread rally. The United States Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite all closed at new all-time high for the second consecutive day. The JSE took its cue from stronger global stocks. And here at home, the local bourse closed at a fresh time high. Look at that spike there, of course, extending to 106,110. That has been a winning streak for the week. The index showed consistent daily gains throughout the week. The main drivers of the rally were in gold stocks. Let's take a look at that yellow metal continue to shine with the spot price briefly spiking to 3,707 an ounce. However, it experienced some profit taking. It almost lost some ground, settling at about 3,680. Analysts still forecast this gold price that it could hit an upward trajectory with a target of between 3,800 to 4,000 an ounce to be reached soon. So as we head into the new week, the JSE performance along with global stocks will remain in focus. The question is, do we have enough impetus to keep this rally going? Let's take a look at some of the local data that we should be expecting this week. We have the third quarter FNB Consumer Confidence Index. This is seen as a broad measure of consumer willingness to spend. As we know, consumer spending is key to economic growth, and faster than expected slowdown in consumer spending could undermine growth prospects. SABC will release the producer price inflation. Remember, a rise in producer price inflation often serves as a leading indicator of future inflation, consumer inflation. Fortunately, the data is expected to remain almost unchanged in August. The South African Reserve Bank will publish its composite leading business cycle indicator for the month of July. This data gives an early signal of turning point in the business cycle. And our Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition is in the US for trade negotiations with the Trump administration, and a successful negotiation that leads to a reduction of trade would likely be a positive development for the local markets. Well, for now, we turn our focus on trading matters, and in our Traders Corner, we are joined by Keletso Tlhoaele. She's a retail trader, yes, and she's just going to share with us her journey. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Keletso.
Thank you, Tepo.
Just tell us, what do you trade?
So I'm a very I trade a lot of gold. I'm on CFDs. I usually choose 2 or 3 currencies that I'm comfortable with for the week or the month, and I just move with it. So for now, we're looking at gold.
So how did it all start? You know, the interest of trading?
It all kicked off in matric, funny enough. You know that season where you're trying to find your feet, trying to find what you're going to do with your life, kicked off in 2015. Went on social media and came across some traders that obviously inspired me a lot, and I took my first step. But I've got a very funny story around it. Before the social media and coming across all these guys that were inspiring us, my pastor actually introduced us to a bit of that trading. You know, they touch there on religion and then start preaching and end up talking about Forex and so and so. So I then felt interested and thought, let me actually do a bit of research. And here we are today.
And I'm sure along the way there were some mistakes. You fall and you get up and,
Yes,
and you go. What are some of the, one biggest mistake that you think you've made in this journey?
I really wish I had taken a bit of time in understanding the industry, not just from being a trader, but I mean, there's so much more that has to do in the industry. It doesn't just end up in you becoming a trader. There's so many other careers surrounding trading. And I think those moments where I was very demotivated, when I lost all my trades, I should have actually taken a bit of time to kind of understand what is it that is still interlinked to this, that I can find out, that I can become a part of. I mean, we're speaking about compliance, becoming a compliance officer. We're speaking about becoming a key individual, dealer. There's so many other industries that are connected to this. So I really wish I took a bit of time invested in that, and who knows, I could have been a key individual to their compliance officer and so.
But I'm sure the aspirations are still there. So what are your plans at the moment? I mean, we're seeing a lot of people, trading their own accounts, but you could actually do more exams, be more compliant, and make your way up so that you can actually, who knows, be a trader for an institution, as a bank or other institutions. How are you navigating the compliance journey?
I must say it's actually a very interesting time. I'm so glad that for the first time, everyone can be held accountable. I'm speaking about the service provider. I'm speaking about the FSP holder. For the first time, traders know that actually they have that thought of, am I a financial service provider? Am I compliant? Will I be held accountable? So I've actually been spending a lot of time into reading into my RE5s, reading into my RE1s, just to know how to navigate, because these are very interesting times. These are not those years where you could just do what you want. The people you're servicing are going to hold you accountable. And I'm actually so excited because we're also being forced into this corner where you really want to know what's happening with compliance. So my plans are just really familiarizing myself with compliance at this point.
The reputation of trading, particularly around Forex, has not been that great. There were people who actually lost a lot of money because people want to make a quick buck. What has been your experience in that area?
I think you learn as you go, Tapo. Is it really a quick buck? I think it's based on one's experience and why you're actually going into the market. People usually go into the market because of circumstances. People lose their jobs, decide to go into trading. But I also blame the people that are offering this service to these people because we promise them things that don't exist. Because I'm getting it right, I expect this person to also get it right in a year. So I would say we really just need to understand what this means and what you can use it for yourself. You can actually use it as some buck to kick off your business. Other people can use it as a time to actually, if you're unemployed, just to get in a bit of money. I think it just honestly depends on one and what they want for themselves.
Okay, we have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Keletso Tlhoaele, there sharing her journey as a retail trader. And remember to join us again next week on Morning Live. This is a Bottom Line, and Morning Live continues after the break.